Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're enjoying good health. Dear listeners, with me I have Mr. Ibrahim. Today he has just completed his first 100 speaking preparation of the students. And Ibrahim is supposed to talk about and is going to talk about his experiences. He will tell you what are the key factors to get high pass, what are the things you need to avoid to get high pass, and during your practice, what is the proper material you have to use. And meanwhile, we'll have some chit chat. It would be beneficial for those who are appearing in Language Cert ESOL as well as Language Cert CERT. So let's see what Ibrahim has to say to you. Sir, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. Thank you so much for a generous introduction.
Pleasure is all mine, sir.
So, a lot of things are underlooked or rather undermined when we talk about language search, especially ESOL, since it's online and all of that. So people generally, they don't give it that sort of an importance. आपको पता है ना कि वो एक mindset है लोगों का.
जी बिल्कुल.
Yep. So because of that, people generally take it lightly.
Yeah.
तो कुछ factors हैं जिसको वो undermine कर देते. Like सबसे important factor is that people try to cram their answers.
Oh yeah, they don't look natural while they talk, right?
Yes, उसमें ये होता है कि it really feels like they're reading answers rather than they're speaking it out naturally. उसका सबसे बड़ा disadvantage ये होता है कि the examiner, of course, if they're a native speaker of the language, तो उनको उसी time पता चल जाता है. जब उनको पता चले examiner को, तो they will actually grade you negatively for that. आपको positive के बजाय negative.
I would like to add here that if you are preparing for language search or such things, and let's say you got a model answer and you started cramming it, for example, it's not that we don't want you to cram it, but while you are speaking in front of the camera or in front of, what do you have, the interlocutor or the examiner, try looking natural over there. And how can you look natural? While using some fillers, some what do we call, short term or long term, what do we have, sir? What do we
have? Like we have, in my opinion, that's a very good
phrases, basically.
Yes, those phrases.
So use such phrases. For example, if someone asks you a question, do you prefer going out with friends or family, and you say, I prefer with family, it would be very short answer, as well as it may look like that you have done it, crammed it somehow. So yeah, that is one thing. And what else do you think?
You could start off that answer by saying that's a very good question. Okay. That's a good expression to add. And you could also say, well, let me think about that. Because generally, if you take too many long pauses, so that would make you lose marks for fluency as well.
Of course, it would.
So there are some positive fillers, but then again, there are some negative fillers as well. So कुछ students को होता है कि they use too much while they're speaking.
Hesitations, basically.
Yes,
they hesitate so much.
They hesitate, and they sometimes they self-improve too much as well. तो self-improvement की वजह से भी उनकी fluency बहुत ज़्यादा खराब होती है.
एक thing जो IELTS और language cert को आपस में डिफरेंशिएट करती है, वो ये है कि आपका जो एग्जामिनर होता है वो आपके साथ एज एन इंटरलोक्यूटर, एज अ हेल्पर भी काम कर रहा होता है. फॉर एग्जांपल कॉन्वर्सेशंस हो रही हैं, डिस्कशंस हो रही हैं, जिसमें दोनों पार्टीज इन्वॉल्व हैं. आईएलटीएस के अंदर सिर्फ क्वेश्चन आंसर्स होते हैं. क्वेश्चन आंसर्स के अंदर हमेशा बंदा ज़्यादा प्रेशराइज हो जाता है, ठीक है. लेकिन अगर आप लैंग्वेज सेट के पैटर्न पे जाते हो, तो फॉर एग्जांपल उसके अंदर रोल प्ले सिचुएशन भी आ रही है और डिफरेंट टाइप्स हैं.
कौन से लैंग्वेज सर्ट में ये है कि आइल्स में ये कि आपको ऐसे लगता है कि आप एग्जामिनेशन में हैं, लाइक देयर इज दिस टिपिकल एग्जामिनेशन फील ओवर देयर. लेकिन लैंग्वेज सर्ट में एक नॉर्मल एवरीडे सिचुएशन होती है आपके पास.
इवन द बेस्ट पर्सन कैन नॉट परफॉर्म वेल व्हेन ही इज अंडर एग्जामिनेशन.
यस, दैट्स एग्जामिनेशन प्रेशर ही चीज ऐसी होती है. That's a very common thing, and that's very natural as well.
Do you think students listening should be better in order to appear in language search speaking as well?
Yes, of course. Because when you're communicating with the interlocutor or the examiner, so it's very important to understand what the examiner is saying to you. Because you're in a two-way communication process, तो उसमें listening और speaking जो है both they are present over there. अगर आप
listening जैसे अभी हम जैसे भी हम वीडियो अभी पाकिस्तान में बना रहे हैं, तो एशियंस जो है मोस्टली उन जब अपने आईएलटीएस के टेस्ट के लिए जाते हैं, तो वहां पर उनके पास आमतौर पर नेटिव्स कम होते हैं और लोकल्स ज्यादा होते हैं. इट्स अ फैक्ट फाइंडिंग थिंग. अब जब आप बात करते हो लैंग्वेज सेट की, तो लैंग्वेज सेट के अंदर हमेशा आपको एक फॉरनर मिलेगा,
इसी तरह
उसमें लोकल्स नहीं है. आप फॉरनर्स के उनके एक्सेंट्स भी वेरी कर सकते हैं. दे असिमिलेट साउंड्स और उनका स्पीकिंग स्टाइल डिफरेंट होता है, एक्सेंट डिफरेंट होता है. इवेंचुअली अगर लिसनिंग ना अच्छी हो तो स्पीकिंग भी इस पे, because they don't understand the question. I was doing one, I guess you want to say something before that. I was doing one listening with one of your students, the speaking one. I tried speaking one thing twice or thrice and he was unable to understand, and then what he did eventually, he started saying whatever was coming to his mind. So there, of course, you counseled him later, and now, mashallah, he got his high pass. But at that time, he didn't know how to do or how to say the things. So yeah, you were saying something.
That's actually a very concerning factor as well. Like the students, they don't understand what the interlocutor is saying to them, so that becomes problematic.
Yeah.
So the best solution for that is to listen to the natives when they speak.
Oh yes.
यानी इसका बेहतरीन solution ये है कि आप जब बोलेंगे तो we generally use our own natural accent.
Of course it is.
Like when we listen to the natives, when we listen to Americans or British or Canadians, when they speak, so we get an understanding how they use language or how they pronounce certain words. कुछ जगह पे ऐसे होते हैं कि जो the British they pronounce February and the Americans they pronounce it as February.
Yeah.
So, वो difference जो है ना, there is a stark difference between the pronunciations. और यहाँ पे एक और चीज मैं ज़मीनन ऐड कर दूँ कि बात चल रही है accents की. तो स्टूडेंट्स को बहुत बड़ी गलतफहमी होती है यहाँ पे कि accent really matters or we should be faking an accent and stuff like that. So I've been in British scenarios. I've lived in Britain as well, so I know that not every person, not every native even has the same accent.
Yeah.
They don't go for the perfect accents. तो हम लोग जो भागते रहते हैं accents के लिए, that's very problematic.
Actually, what should I say? They put their accuracy at stake while going more into, they try becoming more English than English sometimes.
Than the English themselves.
That is the concern.
That's a problem. That's a true problem.
And what specific things do you think they should avoid so that they get high pass in their speaking exam? What should exactly they take care of?
Well, first thing, they shouldn't take too many long pauses.
Yeah.
That's one of the big problems that we have. Like they use a lot of fillers or they use have a lot of pauses.
More than required.
More than required. It's good to take pauses. It's not a bad thing to take
pauses. But meaningful pauses.
Meaningful pauses, and that actually it provides you a sort of a fluency. Even a pause at times, at certain times, it gives you a fluency.
True.
But when you're using too many pauses, like I'm speaking, I'm saying, then I'm thinking for 2 or 3 seconds, and then I start speaking. So that compromises my fluency.
Actually, what I have found in the students who are preparing for language cert especially, they do not speak with their diameter, I found them, they just speak through their chords, through their tongue only.
That's because they're trying to make something up.
They're
it's
trying
not
to
coming
make
from
something
inside.
up. And
That's
they don't
problem.
actually give listener to the listening time too.
Yes.
And that is also part of the pressure in which someone just keeps speaking. I cannot give example here, but they keep speaking for speaking than to be heard, to be understood.
Let me give you an example. Like we have a discussion part, the part 3 in our language cert. It's a sort of a discussion on any given topic. Like it can be on any occasion, and you have the interlocutor has different points, and then the person in the examination, they have different points.
Yeah.
So that's a sort of an interactive sort of a session you have with the examiner.
And that is more convincing part. For example, let's say I want you to eat steak with me and you say, no, I would rather go by maybe fish or something. So at that time you are conveying, convincing and narrating at the same time. I guess language cert is more comprehensive speaking test as compared with IELTS or such other tests.
Yes, because mainly there are scenarios which you are not prepared for. Generally, it's all about the spontaneous use of language. Then again,
that
you cannot prepare for certain things, and you have to just use language as it is, or rather as you know, or as you comprehend the language. So that becomes problematic when you. That's why at the start of the video I said that you should avoid cramming in general.
Yeah.
If you cram certain sentences and they're not the part of your test, then it becomes a big problem for you.
So do you think that watching seasons or series or such kind of movies which are going on Netflix, etc., can be beneficial for students who are appearing in language or any such testing?
Yes, any English proficiency exam, it's extremely beneficial for you that you watch content that is produced by the natives or the English speaking people. Let me give you an example. I was teaching my PT class and I actually gave them an assignment. And I said they should watch Jurassic World, the first part, and we will discuss the movie. So that's one thing that creates a sense of interaction.
It does.
Yes, and the other thing, it helps the students to analyze the language, the way the natives or the way...
It's coming from natives,
Yes. You get it from the horse's mouth itself.
That's the thing.
So that's
always helpful, right?
Yes, of course.
What kind of students do you think, या कौन से वो लोग हैं जिनको आपको लगता है कि language cert नहीं करना चाहिए? Speaking खास तौर पर.
लैंग्वेज सर्ट एक ऐसा टेस्ट है जो मेरे हिसाब में कोई इतना ज्यादा मुश्किल टेस्ट नहीं है. ठीक है,
देखिए एज अ लैंग्वेज पर्सन तो ठीक है, आप कह सकते हैं मैंने कितने सारे मॉक्स दिए, निश्चिब्रा मेरे साथ होती थी और हम सब ने काफी सारा उस पर काम किया, लेकिन फिर भी काफी सारे स्टूडेंट्स जो हैं लिसनिंग रीडिंग राइटिंग वो खुद भी कर रहे हैं, वो किसी से हेल्प लेके भी कर रहे हैं. देयर इज नो सेकंड थॉट अबाउट इट. चीजें बहुत सारी चल रही, बट द स्पीकिंग पार्ट इज द मोस्ट कंसर्न पार्ट. तो आपके मुताबिक वो कौन से स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिनको लैंग्वेज सर्ट नहीं करना चाहिए बल्कि उनको PTE या IELTS करना चाहिए स्पीकिंग के पैटर्न?
अच्छा, लैंग्वेज सर्ट में ये है कि आपको ना 14 लॉन्ग मिनट्स यू हैव टू इंटरेक्ट विद द एग्जामिनर और द इंटरलॉक्यूटर, ठीक है। अगर आपकी स्पॉन्टेनियस यूज ऑफ लैंग्वेज अच्छी है, आप उसी टाइम पर लैंग्वेज को यूज करना आपको आता है, तो देन डेफिनेटली यू शुड गो फॉर लैंग्वेज सर्ट।
मैं थोड़ा सा टेक्निकली भी देखूंगा कि अगर आप किसी बहुत फार ऑफ विलेज से हैं जहां आपके पास इंटरनेट कनेक्टिविटी प्रॉपर नहीं है, मैं एक स्टूडेंट को जानता हूँ, उसे 7th टाइम रीस्केड्यूल करवाया टेस्ट अपना। मतलब वो अपने गांव में अपने घर में कहीं बैठा हुआ था, ना वहां पे इंटरनेट था ना कुछ था। एक दफा वो एक सेंटर में बैठा हुआ था, बैक पे बोर्ड के ऊपर लैंग्वेज सर्ट की स्पीकिंग के टिप्स लिखी हुई हैं, वो उसी मुताबिक जब वो उसको देखें स्क्रीन आपसे फुल वो रोटेट करवाते हैं। आई विल गिव यू अ क्यू ऑन दैट कि आप देख लें हमारी पीछे कि कैसे वो प्रॉपर होता है। कमरान अगर आप उस टाइम पर फिर आप वो लगा दीजिएगा क्यू कार्ड भी। तो कंसर्न ये है कि वो लोग जिनके पास स्टेबल इंटरनेट नहीं है, जिनको बिल्कुल बेसिक IT का नहीं पता, जिनको जो बहुत ज़्यादा कैमरा शाये हैं, जिनको ये लगता है कि यार ये बहुत बहुत बड़ी कहानी है और मैं इसमें तंग हो जाऊंगा और फंस जाऊंगा, मतलब ये इस तरह के लोगों को लैंग्वेज सेट नहीं करना चाहिए। मैं थोड़ी ऑफ द टॉपिक बात कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन इसलिए कर रहा हूँ कि जब हमारे पास स्टूडेंट आते हैं, सर हमने लैंग्वेज सेट स्पीकिंग बुक करवा लिया है, मैंने आपकी वीडियो देखी थी, बस जी अब हमें आप 7 दिनों में पर लगा दें, हम उड़ना शुरू कर दें।
वही ना, दे थिंक इट्स अ पीस ऑफ केक। समझते ये बहुत ज्यादा इजी ले लेते हैं
लैंग्वेज सेट।
और लैंग्वेज सेट स्पीकिंग पार्ट इज एक्सट्रीमली डिफिकल्ट। व्हाई? बिकॉज़ देन अगेन इट्स स्पॉन्टेनियस यूज ऑफ लैंग्वेज।
देखिए B2 कम्युनिकेटर की हद तक भी ये थोड़ा इजी है, फिर आगे आप C1 अचीव जब करने लगते हो तो इट इज क्वाइट अ टास्क, क्वाइट अ टास्क। लेकिन अगर वो लोग जिन्होंने अभी तक बुकिंग नहीं करवाई या उनको ये लगता है कि अभी हम प्रॉपर प्रिपेयर्ड नहीं होंगे, तो आप एक असेसमेंट करवा सकते हो किसी भी एक्सपर्ट के साथ जो भी लैंग्वेज सेट को प्रिपेयर करवा रहा है। अदरवाइज यू कैन कम टू आवर सेंटर, वी कैन असेस एंड वी कैन टेल वेदर यू शुड गो फॉर लैंग्वेज सेट, या आप लैंग्वेज सेट ना करें, PTE के वर्जन पे जाएं ऑनलाइन पे, नहीं तो आप कुछ और वर्जन करें, IELTS करें या कुछ और करें। सो वी डू प्रोवाइड दैट सर्विस। सो एनी अदर थिंग यू वुड लाइक टू ऐड?
I just like to add that be as natural as you can in your examination and be confident. Just don't be worried and don't be shy and don't be under the pressure. Just take it as a normal thing, something that happens in routine. Then again, it is an examination, but it's not in the format of an examination. It's like you're just conversating with people. So just be at ease and just don't let the pressure get the better of you. That's the best tip I can give.
That's the thing. If you have any quality questions or concerning questions on language, sir, you can drop us at our number WhatsApp 033187312234 +92 is the code if you are not from Pakistan. And other than that, in the comment section as well, let us know. Our next video would be based upon your questions, and inshallah we'll upload that as well. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your time, sir.
Allah.
See you guys. Bye bye.